let us start the concept of the force acting on current carrying conductor placed in magnetic field. So to this heading we are applying the Fleming's left hand rule. In Fleming's left hand rule we have stated that if we stretch the first three fingers of left hand, then middle finger shows the direction of current, first finger, that is index finger, shows the direction of magnetic field, then outstretched thumb gives the direction of force acting on the conductor. See in this diagram. So current flow direction in this conductor placed in the magnetic field is from top to bottom, because positive terminal is here, negative terminal is here, so current flows from top to bottom. Whenever the current flows from top to bottom, so field direction is inside the screen. So you held your left hand, stretching the first three finger, pointing the index finger toward the screen and the middle finger in downward direction. I will once again repeat, middle finger in downward direction and first finger is toward the screen. You will find that where is your stretched thumb? Stretched thumb is toward the right. That is as shown in the diagram C. So this conductor experiences a force toward the right. If we reverse the polarity of the battery, then the current will flow from bottom to top in the conductor. So circulation of the current will be in this way, that is in anti-clockwise direction. So current flows in the conductor which is placed in between this U-shaped magnet is from bottom to top, that is as shown in the diagram B. Now how the force will act on this current carrying conductor? So direction of the current is bottom to top. So arrange your left hand stretching the first three finger such that the middle finger in upward direction, first finger, that is index finger, is toward the screen, because magnetic line's direction is from north to south. So first finger is toward the screen, middle finger in upward direction, then see the direction of that stretched thumb. The direction of stretched thumb is toward the left, that is as shown in the diagram B. If no current flows through the conductor, then conductor will not experience any force either toward left or right. So conductor remains at rest. So force is experienced by this conductor whenever the current flows through it and placed in the magnetic field. If we change the polarity of the battery, then force acting on the conductor also reverses. Similarly, if the direction of the current kept same and if poles of the magnets are interchanged, then the force acting on the conductor also reverses. So force acting on the conductor reverses, either the current direction is changed or either the pole's direction is changed. See the next heading based on the Fleming's left hand rule, that is force acting on the current carrying conductor placed in the magnetic field. So what is electric motor? Electric motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So this is the concept of electric motor. Here it is defined like this: a device converts electrical energy into mechanical energy is called electric motor. So this is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Best example is fan. So when we switch on the button, then electrical energy is supplied to the fan, which converts into mechanical energy, means it will start a rotational motion. So what are the uses of electric motor? Uses of electric motors are fans, refrigerator. In refrigerator, there is a motor which circulates the refrigerant. Refrigerant means that coolant in that coils. So examples of the electric motors are fans, refrigerators, mixers, mixer grinders, mixers, washing machines, etc. It is based on principle Fleming's left hand rule. What is Fleming's left hand rule? Here there are the three things. One is current carrying conductor. It is placed in the magnetic field. Whenever the current carrying conductor placed in the magnetic field, it experiences a force. That is given by the Fleming's left hand rule. So here is one arrangement of the electric motor. This is a diagram of electric motor. Here is a rectangular coil named ABCD. Ends of the rectangular coil are connected to these split rings. The split rings are named as X and Y. The split rings are named as X and Y. So this is one half split ring, means this is called as a split ring. So this is half circle. This is half circle. So one split ring is X, another split ring is Y. So ends of the rectangular coils are connected to this split ring. This split ring having inner part fixed to this shaft. This is a rotor. This is a shaft. So inner part of the split ring is fitted on the shaft with resistive coating. So inner surface of the split ring is a resistive and outer surface of the split ring is conductor. So split rings are of conducting material, but these are fitted to the shaft by resistive material, and the outer surface is conductive one, that is in contact with the stationary brushes E and F. These are the carbon brushes which are in contact with the split ring. The ends of the carbon brushes are connected to connecting wires, and these connecting wires are connected to the battery through key. So this is the arrangement of electric motor. Let us once again revise the arrangement of electric motor. Here is a rectangular coil named ABCD. It is placed between two poles of the magnet. Here is a rectangular coil ABCD placed between two poles of the magnet, north and south. Ends of the rectangular coils are fitted to, ends of the rectangular coil are fixed to split rings. Split ring means half ring. One is X and another one is Y. These X and Y are written on the shaft. The ends of the rectangular coils are fixed to split ring. The split rings are fitted to shaft. The split rings are fitted to shaft such that the inner part of the split ring is resistive one. The inner part of the split ring is resistive and outer part of the split ring is conductive. Inner part of the split ring is resistive and outer part of the split ring is conductive. To the outer part of the split ring, here are the two carbon brushes named E and F, which are in contact with the split rings. So here split ring is externally in contact with the brushes E and F. The ends of the brushes are connected to the connecting wires, and these connecting wires are connected to battery and key. So this is the arrangement of electric motor. Now how the motor rotates, how it will convert electrical energy into mechanical energy, it is very simple to understand. When the electric supply is switched on, then current will flow like this from positive terminal of the battery through this connecting wire to this brush E, from brush E to this split ring X, then from the split ring X to this wire, this rectangular wire, from A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to, again it will come to the split ring Y, then comes at the brush F, and then to the negative terminal of the battery through the key. So current circulates like this. In this way, the current will circulate through the split ring, through the brushes. Now, whenever the current flows through this rectangular coil, so see, by Fleming's left hand rule, stretch the first three fingers of the left hand such that here the current direction is inside the screen. So you arrange the left hand stretching the first three fingers such that the first finger is from north to south direction. You hold the first finger, that is index finger, is from north to south direction. In this direction you held the first finger of the left hand, and the middle finger is toward the screen, that is toward AB. I will once again repeat. The first finger direction from north to south of your left hand, and the middle finger is from A to B. Then see the direction of stretched thumb. the direction of stretched thumb is downward. Means whenever the current flows, AB experiences force downward. As the direction of current in the CD part is opposite to that of AB. So again, if you want to stretch the first three fingers of the left hand such that the middle finger pointing towards you and the first finger, index finger, is from north to south. Then see the direction of stretched thumb. The direction of stretched thumb is upward. It means this rectangular coil start rotating such that AB part moves down and CD part moves up. Means this rectangular coil may start rotational motion in anti-clockwise direction. Here no force experienced by this BC. Why the BC segment, BC part of the rectangular coil will not experience any force? Because here the direction of current and direction of field are not perpendicular, they are parallel. The force is acting when your current and field directions are perpendicular to each other. So here the force is experienced by only AB and CD because this AB and CD segment of your coil are perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field, such that AB experiences downward force and CD experiences upward force. What happens after half rotation? This CD takes place to AB and AB takes place to CD. After half rotation, CD comes in place of AB and AB comes in place of CD. So current will start flowing in such a way that from this positive terminal of the battery to this stationary brush E. But now after half rotation, here will be a Y split ring and here will be a X split ring, because this X and Y split rings are connected to this shaft, also to the rectangular coil. When a rectangular coil rotates, then split rings also rotate, the shaft also rotate. So after half rotation, the current will start flowing from E to Y, then D, C, B, A. Because after half rotation, here will be D, here will be C, here will be B, here will be A. So after half rotation, the current will circulate like this. E, here will be Y, D, C, B, A, and here X, here will be a X, split ring X, and then F. So current will circulate like this. Then whenever here nearer to the north pole DC, then again apply the Fleming's left hand rule. The field direction is from north to south, so stretch the first finger from north to south, middle finger inside the screen, that is D to C. Remember here now DC. So middle finger is toward the screen, first finger north to south, then see the direction of stretched thumb. Stretched thumb will be in downward direction, means DC also experiences downward force. Here will be BA. So here the current direction is opposite to that of DC, that is toward you. So stretch the first three fingers of the left hand such that the middle finger is toward you and the first finger is from north to south, then the stretched thumb will be upward. So this BA will experiences upward force. Hence again this anti-clockwise rotations will be continued as the DC experiences downward force and BA experiences upward force. So this is all about the electric motor. So how this part of the rectangular coil which is nearer to the north pole always experiences downward force, and the part of the rectangular coil which is nearer to the south pole always experiences upward force. So as these parts, these segments of the rectangular coil experiences a force, due to this force the rectangular coil start rotation. As the rectangular coil start rotation, so it is connected to the split ring and also the shaft. So the shaft start rotating. Then further the shaft is connected to any external device. So by means of this, electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. So this is all about the electric motor.